What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to part 4 of this futures trading accelerator. So today I just want to go over a couple of the different futures brokers that I have used and just kind of rank them and go over commissions, the platform, all that kind of stuff, so you guys can see which one you might like the best. And keep in mind, you will have to download these, make an account, sign up yourself, and just test out the platform because, I can show you guys how it looks and the different features and all this kind of stuff and info about the account and all that stuff. But to find out which one you actually like, you will have to download it because some of these platforms, I know on my computer, Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade runs slower and lags more than TradeStation, but on other people's computers, it doesn't. So I will say you have to download all of these yourself and just test them out before you actually commit to one. And of course, you can switch to any other one that you want. I've literally moved from TradeOvate to Thinkorswim to TradeStation, and I'm pretty much set on TradeStation right now. That's the one that I use. I'm not affiliated with TradeStation at all. Would be nice if I was. However, let's just get into it right now. So the first broker that we're going to be going over is TradeStation. So with TradeStation, you have to be over 21 to open an account. Yes, it is very, very weird. For equities and options, you only have to be 18. For futures, you have to be 21. Why? I am not sure. You can ask Google for that. I have no idea why. But yeah, you have to be at least 21. And that is the same for interactive brokers as well. So for TradeStation, it's a really, really good broker. I use them. They are just phenomenal. Their commissions are very, very cheap. I think, get 50% off futures brokerage fees forever. So I'm getting 50% off commissions right now and basically forever, which is amazing because I'm pretty sure the commissions for TradeStation is I think $1.50 per mini contract, and I can get them for 75 cents per side per mini contract. So that is really, really good and super, super competitive. And TradeStation does have a web app, a desktop app, and a phone app. So you can basically trade however you want. The platform itself is really, really customizable. This is just a sim account that I have. And you can see this is what the platform looks like. This is how the chart looks like, the matrix. You can just place a bunch of orders. It's really, really nice. It's very, very fast. Switching over, can support hotkeys, algorithmic trading. So all around, it is a really, really good broker. And not to mention, here are the margin rates for TradeStation. So you can see for just one ES mini contract, you only need $1,232 to put on one contract of ES. On many other brokers, you would need to put up $12,000. There would not be anywhere close to $1,200, but on TradeStation, you can get it for $1,200 instead of $12,000. So it is a really, really good broker. That is why I go with them. Cheap commissions, fast fills, cheap margin rates. You really cannot beat it at all. It is phenomenal. So the next one that I have used, and I switched over to TradeStation from this one, it's TD Ameritrade. Their platform is Thinkorswim. So you can trade on Thinkorswim as an 18-year-old. That's the earliest you can get on. It works. In my opinion, though, it is just not the best. It has full margin rates. There is no discount. So on Thinkorswim, the cheapest you'll be able to get into one contract would be $12,000 instead of $1,200. So you have to think, do you have at least $12,000 to put into your trading account just to be able to trade one ES contract? And if you don't, then that's when I would start recommending discount margin brokers like TradeStation or Tradeovate. I'll get into them in a second. But yeah, so for Thinkorswim, I highly recommend that you only use this if you are 18 and you are not 21 yet, and if you have a really decent amount of capital to start trading. If you don't, then I would not use them. And also, not to mention that the commissions are actually pretty expensive for Thinkorswim. You can see right here, this is how much you would need to put on one ES contract, and actually it's more expensive than I thought. It's 14,000, basically 15,000. So instead of 12,000 on TradeStation, it's actually 15,000 on Thinkorswim. So that is a lot more than I thought, and not even to mention that instead of 0.75 for the commission on TradeStation, 75 cents or $2.25 on Thinkorswim. So that is way more expensive than TradeStation, and I think basically just about the most expensive in this list. So this is kind of like the last resort. There is a better option out there that I'm going to get into in just a second. But basically this is TD Ameritrade. I do have to say the platform is pretty good. I mean, it does look good. My only things that when I used it, of course, the expensive commissions and just the fact that the fills were not the greatest. I mean, there would be times where I would have a limit order set and price would just totally skip over, even though it is a limit order. It technically should not be doing that. I mean, it literally, like if I set my limit on Thinkorswim at 44.90 and I had one contract sitting there, it would be trading at 44.90, but my order would not get filled. And under extreme market conditions like the open at 9:30 or a big news event, I mean, good luck trying to get filled. It is very, very tough and very, very laggy. So I just couldn't do that. I mean, it's my own money on the line, and I'm not going to be going with something that is super laggy and I don't fully trust to get me in and out of my orders. So that's for Thinkorswim / TD Ameritrade. For Interactive Brokers, for futures trading, their commissions per side is 0.85, so about 10 cents more than TradeStation. Honestly, I would say TradeStation and Interactive Brokers, even for stocks and options, basically are right around the same. Interactive Brokers is a phenomenal platform for getting filled. I mean, it is just amazing. The only downside is you have to be 21 years old. So basically the same for TradeStation. So if you're under that, unfortunately, this is probably not for you. And their actual platform itself, it looks like it's from 2004. I mean, it is super, super old looking. It does not look the best. I'll try to get a picture up here really quick of how it looks. So this is basically how it looks right here. Compared to the other ones, I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible, but it just doesn't look that great. And in my opinion, when I've used it, it's just not how I like it. In my opinion, again, TradeStation is the best. I mean, it's just, you'll see when I do in the next video a demo of TradeStation, you'll see just how much better it is and how much more suited it is for our kind of futures day trading. You'll see it is phenomenal. And also really quick on Interactive Brokers, again, we're not going to be doing this, but if you wanted to, I mean, you can trade any futures that you want. I mean, I do have to say, Interactive Brokers, you can trade by far the most products in the world. Like, Interactive Brokers by far is the best for just all around trading, but for our kind of futures trading, it is just not what we want, in my opinion. So the next one is Tradeovate. I used to use Tradeovate. I really didn't like them. I mean, support was just honestly garbage. The fills were all right. I just didn't really like the platform. but I do have to say their commissions are very, very cheap. So TradeObait's commissions are $1.29 per side. So again, that is a little over, I think, 50 cents from TradeStation. So again, is it worth it to trade on TradeObait? I would say yes. If you are under 21, then yeah, it makes sense to trade on TradeObait because you have no other option. Yes, your commissions are going to be a little bit higher, but guys, even if you're trading on TD Ameritrade, let's say even $7 round trip, $7 or $400 that you make minus $7, is it really that big of a deal? Of course not. And that's with the most expensive commission. So you should look at commissions, but don't let that be the only thing that makes you go with a platform, even if another one is better. Just because commissions might be $2 cheaper in total does not mean that you should sacrifice having a good platform to get a bad one just for $2 cheaper commission. Trust me, you'll see. If you start trading on a platform and you don't like it and you only went there for commissions, you're going to switch like that. So TradeObait does have really, really cheap margin rates. So you can see for the day, ES $500. So margin rates on TradeObait is way cheap. Even the TradeStation and I think even like NinjaTrader, like they are way, way cheaper. So you can only have $500 to put on a position. I mean, do you need much lower than $1,200? No, you really don't. It's good that it's this cheap, but it's not that much more of a benefit. But it is good. It's good that it's not $15,000 just to put on one ES contract. But again, that shows you how much leverage you can get with using a broker like TradeObait or even TradeStation. So for ES and NQ, $500 and $1,000. Now, of course, if you were to hold overnight, which again, I would not recommend, this is not what we're doing, but it would be $12,000 and $18,000. So the only time that margin rates are discounted is for day trading, not for swing trading. But yeah, the platform on TradeObait, it's all right. Again, you can just download it, see for yourself. It works. I personally just did not like them. But again, if you're under 21, honestly, I would say TradeObait is probably your best option. And of course, their commissions are cheaper than Thinkorswim. So if you're under 21, I would say go with TradeObait. Now, the one broker that I have not used at all, and unfortunately I don't have the most knowledge about NinjaTrader, you can easily find a lot more knowledge online. If you literally search up NinjaTrader info Reddit, you can find a ton more info. I'm not sure if you have to be 18 or 21 to open an account. I'm pretty sure you just have to be 18 to open an account because NinjaTrader does own TradeObait. And if it's the same company, basically, then it should be just about the same rules. So I would think that you have to be only 18 to open a NinjaTrader account. Of course, you can just look it up. So just because I had to, I did look it up. And yeah, it looks like the age is 18, so confirmed 18 years old to open a NinjaTrader account. So if you're under 18, again, TradeObait or NinjaTrader, 21. If you're under 21, NinjaTrader or TradeObait would be your best option. If you are over 21 or 21 or older, then yes, TradeStation, Interactive Brokers, all those would be the best. But yeah, let's get back to NinjaTrader. So, it's not bad. I have seen people use it. It's not a bad platform. I don't like it the best. I am pretty biased with TradeStation. But yeah, it's not bad. There's no deposit minimum. There's low margins. So it looks like it's about the same as TradeObait, of course, owned by the same company. You can start with $50 intraday margins. They're probably talking about ES, and if that's for one micro, so multiply that by 10, and that should be about $500 of margin intraday rate for one E-mini ES contract. So that's that. low commissions. Of course, they're talking about the ES micro contract, which they say is 9 cents per contract. So multiply it by 10 to get an E mini contract. So let's say it's about 90 cents. So basically pretty competitive with TradeStation. And yeah, that's kind of what the platform looks like. Not bad. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how you set it all up and all that, but again, it does not look bad. I am sure I know many people that use it and have nothing but good things to say. So I would pretty much say that NinjaTrader is probably a pretty decent broker to use. So to wrap this all up, if you're under 21, then I would recommend either Tradeovate or NinjaTrader. Again, they're owned by the same company. They're basically the same. I would probably go with NinjaTrader over Tradeovate. I mean, again, they're basically the same, but I do have to say I do like NinjaTrader's platform a little bit more than Tradeovate. And that company, NinjaTrader, even though they're owned by basically the same company now, NinjaTrader, in my opinion, just is better than Tradeovate. And of course, you can also trade on TD Ameritrade, but again, they have way more expensive commissions, and their platform, although it looks really, really nice, it kind of lags a really decent amount, especially on my computer, and I have an i9, which is a very, very fast and powerful computer, and it still lags. So yeah, I just don't really prefer TD Ameritrade. And if you're over 21 or over, you have, of course, all of these, or you get access to TradeStation and interactive brokers. And in my opinion, TradeStation out of all these is the best platform, best margin rates, best commission structure, the cheapest by far. It is the best. And interactive brokers, that platform looks a little bit old, has good fills, decent margin rates, and decent commissions. But yeah, again, I would say TradeStation is the winner by far. And yeah, hopefully this helped. If you guys have any more questions on your situation and what you should do, just comment down below and I'll make sure to get back to you really, really quickly and try to help you out. You can always just DM me on Instagram too, if that works for you. And yeah, guys, so if you guys do like how TradeStation looks, I'll be making the next video of this series on how to open up an account, and I'll be including the platform, the workspaces that I have. I'll be putting those all hopefully in the description. I'll figure out a way to put them in there so you can just download them, upload them, and then you can instantly load them up into your TradeStation. Don't even have to spend all this time setting it up, and you can have the exact layout that I use to trade. So hopefully that's very, very valuable to you guys. And with that, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed watching, please subscribe, like the video, and please share it. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.